There are so many skilled software engineers that don't know how the job market works, so they make bad career moves. But as soon as they discover the business scale matrix, they find another job and double their salary. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the matrix to get the best results from your next career move. This happened to me when I was a junior. I asked for a raise and then my boss told me I was not skilled enough. But soon I realized that no matter how skilled or how hardworking I was, he still wouldn't have the budget to pay me. But then I moved one quadrant to the right. Same code, same hours, but this time it was double the salary. Okay, so to start, we need to understand how the business scale matrix works and why is it so powerful. The y-axis represents the scale of the company. It goes from small to large, from startups and boutique dev shops to massive banks, huge enterprise and big tech. The x-axis represents the business of your company. It goes from outsource, where the company makes money by billing a client for your time, to product, where your company makes money by building a tool once and then selling it to millions of other users. Before we talk about the long-term plan, I need to clear up a massive misconception that keeps most devs paralyzed. For the first 2 years of your career, the quadrant you choose on this matrix doesn't matter as much as you think. I see this every year with my students. They receive an offer from a local outsource shop, but they turn it down and stay unemployed for 6 months because the tech stack isn't good enough. They're treating their first job like marriage, but it's in fact more like a pilot's license training. You need to fly anything that has wings. Massive banks or tiny agency, it doesn't really matter. Your only goal is to learn the ropes and not delete the database on your first week. You need to learn how to survive a 2-hour meeting that could have been an email. Any job is a win as long as you are shipping code. An outsource shop is going to teach you speed and variety, while a large corporation is going to teach you scale and process. However, a small startup is going to teach you chaos and ownership. In these 2 years, you are building the base layer of your professional identity. But here's the catch, and this is where most people get stuck. This trial period has an expiration date, and if you stay at the wrong job after 2 years, you start paying a hidden tax that can cost you time and money. Let's talk about which quadrant is best to make a lot of money and the danger zones to avoid. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe. And if you know someone who'd find this helpful, share it with them. It really helps to make the channel grow. Okay, so let's say you land a seat at a massive global outsourcing enterprise. The pay is great and the office has free coffee. You think you've made it, but there's a hidden danger in this quadrant that I call the specialization trap. In a massive enterprise, the machine is already built. They don't need you to be a software engineer. They need you to be the senior maintainer of the login button. I've seen devs spend years at huge corporations where their entire job was maintaining one legacy internal tool used by 100 people. If that company has layoffs, they hit the job market and realize they don't know how to build a modern app from scratch. Don't get me wrong, large companies are amazing for working on huge projects. But once you learn the project, you have to move on. You have to either update your resume and find another job before your skills become too narrow, or you have to climb the corporate ladder. Otherwise, you're gonna lose momentum. Unless you jump in the next quadrant, which is gonna make you rich. 1 year here is worth 3 years anywhere else. But there's a reason most people avoid it. And in this quadrant, there's nowhere to hide. It's high pressure, you're doing the work of 3 people, and you have to iterate fast. Everyone talks about the risk of being in this quadrant, but they ignore the huge career jump you can only get when you deliver high-impact projects. Now I'm talking about the small to mid-scale product space. Think Y Combinator startups or established companies that are growing. That's where you get to see how the business actually makes money. And you get to see how the product is sold, and you likely have equity that could actually change your life. Here you aren't just a coder, you're a business owner that happens to know how to write code. This is the quadrant where you stop being a cost for your company and you start being an investment. If you want to maximize both your skill set and your net worth, then this is the place to be in software right now. And look, mapping out the matrix is one thing. Actually navigating the matrix without getting lost is another. If you're tired of guessing which move will actually double your income and you want to find out the exact sweet spot where your skills, interests, and a massive paycheck actually meet, I'm opening up a waitlist for free one-on-one coaching. I've seen thousands of career paths and I can tell you exactly where your flight hours are best spent. I have only 5 spots available, so hit the link in the description to join the waitlist before it fills up. What do you think? Does this fit with your own experience? Let me know in the comments below, and you might also want to check how I structure my resume right here.